How do I look? Hey guys, Keycaps here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be checking out the Gamdias Hermes E2 mechanical gaming keyboard. Big thanks to Gamdias for sending both this keyboard and this awesome cap to me for video purposes. And just another quick reminder that when I reach 1,000 subs, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so if you want to make that possible, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that out of the way, let this review commence. Starting off with basic design, the Gamdias Hermes E2 is a 10 keyless or TKL mechanical gaming keyboard. It has a matte black metal top plate and the base is made out of a plastic material. The only visible branding on this keyboard is above the arrow keys, which is printed in white. On the left and right sides of the top plate, there are these notches, which I'd assume is for a more stylish look. Most of the base is made out of matte plastic, but the perimeter has a glossy finish. And while we're at it, there's also 3 small rubber pads and 2 flip-up feet, which are also rubberized to prevent the board from sliding around. The indicators for the locks are nowhere to be seen on the E2 because they're built into the LED of those respective keys. Basically, pressing the caps and scroll lock will turn the LED on, and pressing them again will turn them off. They also appear to be much brighter than the rest of the LEDs on this keyboard. The cable on the Hermes E2 is a simple non-detachable rubber one and measures in at 1.5 meters or about 4 feet 11 inches. It's pretty thin, though I would have liked a braided and detachable one. Mashing down on the keys, the E2 flexes a little bit, but as long as you're typing like a normal person would, no flexing is going to happen. As for technical aspects, it has a 1000 Hz polling rate or 1 millisecond response time, 16 kilobytes of onboard memory, full NQ rollover and anti-ghosting, and 6 color backlighting, with each row on the keyboard being a different color, so no RGB this time around. Holding FM plus F2 will rewind a track, FM plus F3 will skip a track, FM plus F4 will swap the actions for the WASD and arrow keys, so WASD will act as the arrow keys and vice versa. FM plus F5 will pause and play whatever you're listening to or watching, FM plus F6 will mute your system's volume, FM plus F7 decreases volume, FM plus F8 increases volume, and FM plus F11 will lock the Windows caps and scroll lock keys. FM plus Windows will activate gaming mode, which disables the Windows key but not caps or scroll lock. For lighting control, FM plus hyphen will decrease brightness and FM plus equals will increase it. FM plus page down will decrease speed for the dynamic effect, and FM plus page up will increase it. Speaking of lighting effects, there's only 2. One is, like I've said, a dynamic effect, which is basically just a breathing effect and is activated by FM plus insert, and the other is a static effect, which is activated by FM plus delete. You can also choose to turn the lighting off by pressing the combo for the static effect again. The keycaps on the Hermes E2 are made out of a thin single-shot ABS plastic. They have a relatively simple font and the secondary characters are illuminated. However, even though the keycaps come in a standard bottom row layout, you can't actually swap them out because of the stabilizers, which segues into our next topic. The Gamdias Hermes E2 uses Co-Star stabilizers instead of cherry stabs. If you notice underneath the larger keycaps, there's these 2 notches that allow the wire of the stabilizer to snap into place. On most custom keycap sets out there, you won't find these notches, so therefore, you can't use other sets. Anyway, in terms of how they perform, there's no mushy feeling whatsoever, and a mediocre amount of rattle is still present. For switches, the E2 has Gamdias certified mechanical switches and are rated for a 50 million click lifespan. I wasn't able to tell specifically which manufacturer it's actually from, but I'm pretty sure it's something like Altimu's. You can pick this up in either blue or brown switches here in the United States, though red and black switches are also available depending on what region of the world you live in. My unit has the browns, which are tactile and quiet. So now I'll do a sound test of these Gamdias brown switches. Now let's talk about pricing. You can get the E2 on Newegg for $56 and on Amazon for $60. While both places offer blue switches, you can only get the browns on Newegg, so I'd say it's a relatively fair price. Anyway, I'll leave a link to both sites in case you're interested in checking this out. Moving over to pros and cons as well as my final verdict. For pros, I enjoy the fact that the Hermes E2 comes in a TKL layout. I'm not one who uses the numpad a lot, so it's definitely nice to have more mouse space. The metal top plate with the notches on the side is also a nice touch as it makes this keyboard look quite stylish. Another thing I like about the E2 is the switch options it offers. Even though there's only two choices, a clicky or a tactile switch, it's definitely better than one option. As for cons, there's only a few minor ones I have. First off is the cable. It's just a basic rubber one and it's non-detachable too. I would much prefer a braided and detachable one since it'll make it much more durable and less prone to break. And since this keyboard is a TKL one, if the cable were detachable, it'd be also much easier to bring around with me. The other one is just a nitpick about the lack of replacement of keycaps on this keyboard despite having a standard bottom row layout. Some people might want to get a PBT keycap set to replace the stock ABS ones when they get all shiny, but due to the usage of CoStar tabs on the E2, that's not really possible. So to wrap it up in a nutshell, would I recommend the Gamdias Hermes E2? The answer is somewhat of a yes. Overall, it's relatively fairly priced with many of the basic features I'd like to see on a mechanical keyboard. Again, links in the description if you want to check this out. Anyway, that'll be it for my review of the Gamdias Hermes E2. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up to show your support, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at KingXFOfficial as well as join my Discord server where more giveaways will be happening in the future. I'm KingXF, and I'll see y'all next time.